His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki, ISKCON founder and BBD founder Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki, Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran ki, Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki, Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna. Welcome this morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. So we are doing Canto 3, Chapter 31, titled The Movements of the Living Entities. Text number 45 and 46. Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text number 45 and 46. Dravyopadabdhi sthanasya Dravyeksha yogyata yada Tat panchatvam aham manad Utpattir dravya darshanam Yathashnor dravya vayaya Darshana yogyata yada Tadaiva chakshusho drashtur Drashtravya yogyata nayoho Dravyopadabdhi sthanasya Dravyeksha yogyata yada Tat panchatvam aham manad Utpattir dravya darshanam Yathashnor dravya vayava Darshana yogyata yada Tadaiva chakshusho drashtur Drashtravya yogyata nayoho Dravyopadabdhi sthanasya Dravyeksha yogyata yada Tat panchatvam aham manad Utpattir dravya darshanam Yathashnor dravya vayava Darshana yogyata yada Tadaiva chakshusho drashtur Drashtva yogyata nayoho. Proposes please.
Dravyopadabdhi sthanasya Dravyeksha yogyata yada
Dravyeksha yogyata yada Tat panchatvam aham manad Utpattir dravya darshanam Yathashnor dravya vayava Darshana yogyata yada Tadaiva chakshusho drashtur Drashtritva yogyata nayoho. Dravyopadabdhi sthanasya Dravyeksha yogyata yada Tatpanchatam ahamanat utpatti dravya darshanam yathashno dravya darshana yogyata yada tadaiva chakshusho drashtur drashtravya yogyatanayo dravyopalabdhisthanasya draveksha yogyatayada tatpanchatvam ahammanat utpattir dravya darshanam yathashno dravya vayava darshana yogyata yada tadaiva chakshusho drashtur drishtava yogyatanayo. Mataji, dravyopalabdhisthanasya draveksha yogyatayada tatpanchatam ahammanat utpattir dravya darshanam yathashno dravya vayava darshana yogyata yada tadaiva chakshusho drashtu drashtra yogyata. Thank you very much. So word for word. Dravya of objects, upalabdhi of perception, sthanasya of the place, dravya of objects, iksha of perception, ayogyata incapability, yada when, tat that, panchatvam death, ahammanat from the misconception of I, utpatti birth, dravya the physical body, darshanam viewing, yatha just as, akshnoho of the eyes, dravya of objects, avyaya parts, darshana of seeing, ayogyata incapability, yada when, tada then, eva indeed, chakshushaha of the sense of sight, drashtuhu of the seer, drashtritva of the faculty of seeing, ayogyata incapability, anayoho of both of these. Okay, translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Chalo Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation. When the eyes lose their power to see color or form due to morbid affliction of the optic nerve, the sense of sight becomes deadened. The living entity who is the seer of both the eyes and the sight loses its power of vision. In the same way, when the physical body, the place where perception of objects occurs, is rendered incapable of perceiving, that is known as death. When one begins to view the physical body as oneself, that's called birth. Purport. When one says, I see, this means that he sees with his eyes or with his spectacles. He sees with the instrument of sight. If the instrument of sight is broken, or becomes diseased or incapable of acting, then he, as the seer, also ceases to act. Similarly, in this material body, at the present moment, the living soul is acting, and when the material body, due to its incapability to functions, ceases, he also ceases to perform his reactionary activities. When one's instrument of action is broken and cannot function, that is called death. Again, when one gets a new instrument for action, that is called birth. This process of birth and death is going on at every moment. By constant bodily change, the final change is called death, and acceptance of a new body is called birth. That is the solution to the question of birth and death. Actually, the living entity has neither birth nor death, but is eternal. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, "Na hanyate hanyamane sarire," the living entity never dies, even after death or annihilation of this material body. Okay, we'll do one more. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsa Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhanvitamsha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Mahabadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurituse Namaha Vansha Kalpataru Vesha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Ramo Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Ramo Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Ramo Hare 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 Krishna. Welcome again this morning to Bhagavatam class. So it is always nice to be in the association of devotees, especially if we are discussing glories of Sri Krishna. In Bhagavatam it is mentioned, Yadbi Shruti Shrute Nute Damalam Punati Padavane Janavayas Chabachasta Sastram. When we hear the glories of Krishna, when some saintly persons, some great sages, they glorify Krishna, when the Vedas glorify Krishna, and when we hear the glories of Krishna, plus Pada Bane Janapayas Jabachasta Sastram, means when the water that washes the lotus feet of Krishna, the Gangaji, and when we take shower at that Gangaji, the Malam Punati, whole universe is purified. When we hear the glories of Sri Krishna, described by the great sages, and when we take shower, or when you take a bath in the Ganges river, then whole universe is purified, like that it is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. So this morning, all of you Vaishnavas have assembled here to hear the glories of Sri Krishna. So I want to welcome you everyone. At the same time, I want to thank you, all of you everyone, for making your time to come to this temple and to take part in this discussion of hearing and chanting of the glories of Sri Krishna. So thank you very much. With that note, and one thing I would like to say is, of course, I don't have any qualification to speak on Sri Krishna, on Srimad Bhagavatam. But still, when we glorify Krishna, Krishna being merciful upon us, Krishna comes to the ear of the devotees. Krishna descends to the tongue of the devotees. So with that greed only, hoping that Krishna will descend on my tongue and I feel satisfied. With that greed only, I am attempting to describe Srimad Bhagavatam or glorify Srimad Bhagavatam. So I'm like shamelessly trying to. This is my shameless attempt. So kindly forgive for a shameless attempt. And again, welcome and thank you very much for coming. Here, very nice in this purport and in this translation, very nice logic is given. When, like Prabhupada is saying, when someone sees, that means he's seeing through either his eyes or through his spectacles, the instrument of the see, instrument of the vision. Someone sees, they see through the instrument. And when the instrument it stops to function, when the instrument is no more working, that means the person doesn't see anymore. Like the very nice logic is given to Srila Prabhupada here. Similarly, living entities, when the living entity acts, they act through the body, they act through the mind, or they act through the intelligence, or they act through this gross body. And when that gross body stops to act, when that gross body doesn't act anymore, then it is considered that gross body is dead. This is for whom? This is for those person who doesn't know the existence of the soul, who doesn't know the existence of Krishna. For those person, if body stops to act, that is dead, finished. This is for those ignorant persons. But for the persons who knows the existence of the soul, it's not like that. Who knows the existence of the soul, who knows their relationship with Krishna, doesn't matter whether body is old, doesn't matter whether body is working or not working, they are always constantly engaging in the service of Krishna. For them there is no death. But for the conditioned souls, for the ignorant souls, if body stops to act, then that is dead. And we see in this material world, everyone is very, very, I've become old now. People are afraid. Everyone is afraid of death. Very much afraid of death. No one's like to die. Why? Because they are thinking, if the body is finished, I am finished, my existence is finished. They are thinking like that and they are being afraid. But is that the case? That's not the fact. Even if body stops to act, the soul is there. Dehi no ismin yatha dehe kaumaram yovanam jara tatha dehantara prapti dhiras tatra namayati. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, the living entity is residing in the body, and the body is growing. Before the body was a small child, now body is becoming the young, and in the due course of time the body will become old, and after some time the body will die. But the living entity is passing. Not that living entity and the body is the same. It's not like that. Living entity and body different. But the dhiras tatrana muhyati. The dhiras only understand that. Those who are sober, those who know the existence of the soul and existence of Krishna, they only know that. That's why they don't become panicked. They don't become afraid. For them, abhay charanara bindare, abhay. No fear for them, no anxiety for them, no fear of death. But if someone doesn't know the existence of soul, the body is finishing, now I'm finishing, they start to panic. And the whole world is going like that. Whole world is in that condition, in that impression, that as soon as I die, my existence is finished. There is no next life, nothing. The whole world is going like that. But there are some of the sages, but there are some of the dhiras, there are some of the mahajans, there are some of the bhaktas. They know the existence of the soul. And they are not afraid. They are abhay. Just like we can see the example of Srila Prabhupada. When he went to US, he was at the time 70 years old man. He is going to US. What's the reason? To fulfill the mission of his Guru Maharaj. General people, if they become 65, 70, when they hit 70, they sit in one place. They sit in one place, they drink tea, they watch movie, and they discuss, they talk with their friends. They think that that's the retired time. But Srila Prabhupada, even though he's 70, like he's not afraid. He's not afraid. And he's going to US, going through so many difficulties. We know we can learn from the Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita that he had heart attack in the Jaladuta when he was going to US. But still he was fearless. Why he was fearless? Because he was not on the platform of body. He was not on the platform that when my body is finished, I am finished. Not on that platform he was. He was beyond that platform. He was beyond that platform. That's the condition of the whole world actually, if we see. It's like everyone is under the ocean. Everyone is under the ocean. And they don't know what is other side of the ocean. They don't know other side of the river, what is there. They don't know that. But the Dhiras, they know. And Srila Prabhupada, the great devotees, great acharyas like Srila Prabhupada, they take all kind of miseries, they go through all kind of sufferings to give that the knowledge about the existence of the soul and about the things that are happening on the other side of the ocean. And that's the human form of life actually. That's the glory of human form of life. And that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also mentions that. Sanmasartha kari karu para upakar. It is not that, okay, I have got Krishna consciousness, that's it. Now I have got mantra, I have got my guru, I will chant and I will make my life perfect, that's it. No, it's not like that. That doesn't finish there. We have got this opportunity, we have got this greatest benediction, we have got this greatest gift, we have to give this to others, following in the footsteps of our Acharya. And that's our perfection of life, and that's the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That way we can please our predecessor Acharyas, eventually Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Krishna, like that. Like I was mentioning, like there is like other side of the ocean, and most of the people are on the ocean. Like this side of the ocean, that is material world. There is the spiritual world also, other side of the ocean. Like the people who is in the material world, they are thinking in terms of body only. They are thinking in terms of body relationship only. They don't know what's there on the other side of the ocean. They don't know, like they are thinking in terms of body only. Beyond that body, beyond that bodily platform, there is something else that is most beautiful, most sublime, most powerful, most beautiful. Spiritual platform is there. They don't know that. Yeah, and like who is in the bodily platform, they are like suffering. They are going through the miseries, birth, death, old age, disease. They are going through the miseries, and every moment they are going through the adi daivik, adi bhautik, adi atmic kleshas. Every moment they are going through that. But the dhiras, but the devotees, they are engaging in the hearing the glories of Krishna. And my Guru Maharaj was also mentioning one time, like the foolish person cannot become the devotee of Krishna. Only the Buddha. There are two things, Muda and the Buddha. Muda means foolish. They cannot become the devotees of Krishna. Only the great personalities, they can become the great learned scholar, highly intelligent, great Mahajan. They only can become the devotee of Krishna. We can hear from the story of the Puranas also. We can read in the Bhagavatam also. There used to be great kings, Rajarshis, just like Maharaj Parikshit, Maharaj Yudhishthir, and the great sages like Narada Muni, Brahmaji, Lord Shiva, Lord Indra. Everyone is engaging in the glorifying Krishna and hearing the glories of Krishna. Everyone is engaging like that. Those great personalities, those exalted personalities, they are engaging like that. But the Mudas, who doesn't know, who are only on the bodily platform, they are engaging in the earning money and sense gratification. And sense gratification. And they think that after the end of body, my existence is finished, and like that. But yeah, as I already mentioned, it's our duty. We have got this opportunity, we have got this knowledge, we have got this gift. It's our duty now to go out and share this gift to others. It's our duty. And yeah, other side of the river, like other side of the ocean, all the great sages, they are glorifying Krishna and hearing the glories of Krishna. But this side, people are suffering. People are miserable. So that's the situation. And yeah, Krishna is attracting everyone. On the other side, Krishna is attracting everyone with his transcendental qualities, with his Venu Madhuri, with his Lila Madhuri, with his Bhakta Madhuri and Rupa Madhuri. That kind of qualities are attracting like all the intelligent persons, all the Buddhas, all the Buddhas. Krishna is attracting them like that. About the Venu Madhuri of Krishna, it is mentioned that when Krishna used to go to herd the cows, and when he had to call the cows back, he used to stand in one rock, and he used to play his flute. And understanding the mood of Krishna, all the cows would return back to Krishna. Not only that, when Krishna used to play his flute, that the rock on which Krishna is standing, that rock, even the rock used to feel so ecstatic that rock used to melt. And there is one very nice place in Vrindavan. If we go, there is a very nice place, Charan Bahari. We can see like how rock is melting when Krishna is standing on there and playing his flute. Rock is melting. That we can see if we even today if we go Vrindavan, Charan Bahari, we can see that. And there is other story also about the Venu Madhuri of Krishna. When Krishna used to go to herd the cows, all the elderly mothers, they used to feel separation from Krishna. And all the gopis also, young gopis, they used to feel separation from Krishna. And Krishna is so merciful that when he used to go to herd the cows, he didn't used to put the slippers on, no shoes on, he used to go barefoot. Mother Yashoda used to tell him, please wear shoes. But Krishna would say, like he had 9 lakh cows. 9 lakh cows, make shoes for all these 9 lakh cows and then only I'll put the shoes, like that Krishna would say to Mother Yashoda. And that was not possible to make shoes for all the 9 lakh cows. So Krishna used to go to herd the cows and he used to go barefoot. And all the gopis would be staying in the home, feeling separation from Krishna. And they used to be worried, oh, Krishna is walking in that forest path without slippers, without shoes. Some of the stones, some of the pins might be pricking his feet. Like that, they used to be worried. And what Krishna used to do at the time, go to the forest and he used to play the flute again. That's the glory of flute. And what that flute would indicate them, flute would indicate, I am happy in this forest. Like that, flute would indicate to the gopis who are feeling anxiety, to the elderly gopis who are feeling separation from Krishna. The flute would indicate Krishna is happy like that. And it is mentioned that the flute, there are 4 types of devotee of Krishna: Santaras, Dasyaras, Santaras, Dasyaras, Sakyaras, Vatsalyaras, and Madhuryaras. 5 types of devotees of Krishna. And when the flute, Krishna would play flute, that the vibration of that sound of flute would evoke the emotions. If someone is on the Dasyaras platform, if someone is serving Krishna, thinking Krishna as master, that when he would hear the flute of Krishna, the Dasya Bhav, Dasya emotions of servitorship would evoke in his heart. Similarly, if someone is on the platform of Sakya, someone is serving Krishna as a friend, when he would hear the vibration of flute of Krishna, the friendly affection, Sakya Bhav, would evoke in his heart, in his chitta. Similarly, Vatsalya, Madhurya also. If someone is on the Madhurya platform, when they would hear the flute vibration of Krishna, Madhurya feelings, Madhurya Bhav would evoke in their consciousness. That's the Venu Madhurya of Krishna. That's the Venu Madhurya of Krishna. And about the Leela, about the Rupa Madhuri, Krishna is so beautiful. It is mentioned Krishna is so beautiful. One time, Srimati Radharani would tell to her friend, oh, my dear friends, these cowherd boys, they are very, very fortunate. They get to see, they get to take darshan of all the limbs of Krishna. Feet, his hand, his lotus face, all the limbs of Krishna. These cowherd boys are getting chance to see, to take darshan of all the limbs of Krishna. And Radharani would say, but I am so unfortunate. I saw the tilak of Krishna and my eyes stopped there. I cannot move anymore. Like that Radharani would say. Like that's how beautiful, that's how absorbing the Krishna's Rupa is. That's how beautiful Krishna's roop is. And if talking about the Leelas of Krishna, Krishna would go to herd the cows and would come back, and Krishna would complain to Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. Krishna would complain, today my feet is very very hurting, my feet very very hurting. And Mother Yashoda would ask, why, what happened to you? And Krishna would say, this Balaram is very very lazy, this Balaram is very very naughty, showing to his brother Balaram. Krishna would say, Balaram is very very naughty, he just sleeps in one place and he just sends me everywhere to look after the cows, to bring the cows back. This Balaram is very very naughty, and that's why I did that. I had to go different place to bring the cows back. That's why my feet is hurting today. Like that, Krishna would complain to Mother Yashoda. And similarly, one time Krishna came from herding the cows, and there was in front of Nanda Maharaj, he is complaining, he is crying. Today I see the tiger. Today I see. He's like crying. Krishna would say, today I see the tiger. And he would say, and why? What happened? Like Krishna would say. Nanda Maharaj would say, and Krishna would say, today I see the tiger, like that. But actually, Krishna didn't see the tiger at that time. But he's saying, today I see the tiger. But exactly what happened there was, all the friends and all Balaramji, they all make the plan. They say, there is tiger, and they would run away, and they would leave the Krishna behind. Like that was their plan, and they would do that. There is tiger. Like that, they would run away, and Krishna couldn't run with them, and he would be behind, and he would come home and come to Nanda Maharaj, and he would say, today I see the tiger. Today, even if he didn't see the tiger, he would say, today I see the tiger. Like that, like this kind of leelas, this kind of leela madhuri. And one time, Sri Krishna was he ate the mud, he ate the dirt, and Mother Yashoda came and asked Krishna, why did you eat dirt? And she asked, no, I haven't eaten dirt. Krishna would say, no, your friends are saying, and your elder brother Balaram also saying, you have eaten dirt. Show me your mouth, like Krishna would say, and Krishna would say, they all are lying. Don't listen to everyone, don't listen to anyone, especially don't listen to Balaram. He is my greatest enemy, like the Krishna would say. The reason is, like Krishna would say, because the Balaram gives me so much trouble. He says, I am not born of you. I was bought in one of the mela. You went to some mela, and I was there, someone was selling me, and you bought me from that mela. Is that true, mother? Like the Krishna would ask Mother Yashoda, is that true? Did you buy me? I am not your son. Like the Krishna would ask like that, like the innocent son. And sometimes Krishna would go to herd the cows and come back from the herding, and he would bring very nice fruits to Mother Yashoda, gifts like that. So these are like very beautiful leelas of Krishna. This kind of leelas, this kind of beauties. And one time what happened is, Krishna, like all the young gopis, young girls, they all wanted to have Krishna as their husband. And they did the Katyayani Prat. Whole month they did the austerity, and they worshipped the Mother Ambika, Katyayani. And they worshipped Mother Katyayani, and their desire was, we want to have Krishna as husband. And at the end of the month, Krishna fulfilled their desire. Krishna steal the garments of the gopis, and at the end of the month, when their broth was going to finish, they would go to take the bath, and they would keep their garments on the side of the river, on the bank of the river. And Krishna would go there, and Krishna would steal their garments. Like that, Krishna would fulfill their desires. And it is mentioned in India, the girls cannot be naked. Girls can be naked in front of her husband only, not to anyone, not in front of anyone. And in that Leela, Krishna steal their garment, and Krishna is asking them to come out of the river. At that time, actually, they were practically without any garments. Krishna is asking them to come out of the river. If you want your garments back, one by one you come out of the river, and then I will give a garment, like the Krishna would say. Like that, Krishna is fulfilling the desires of the young gopis. And after that, Krishna gave them opportunity to dance with Krishna in Ras Leela for all the young gopis. Krishna is like so merciful. He is so beautiful. His flute is very beautiful. His roop is very beautiful. His Leela is very beautiful. And he himself is very, very merciful. And so who wouldn't become the devotee of Krishna? But the people who are on this side of the ocean, they don't know these all things. They don't know these all things. They are in thinking in terms of body only. They are thinking in terms of body relationship only. And time is passing, and birth after birth, they are taking they are going through the different species of life and going through the ocean of miseries, ocean of sufferings. So it's our duty. We have got this benediction. It's our duty to go out and give this benediction, give this gift, share this gift to others also. That's our responsibility. It's our duty. So with that, I would like to finish here. If there is any comments or any correction, I'm happy to be commented on. Yes, Prabhu.
Couple of things, Prabhu. If we look at the translation, Prabhu,
Yes,
the
Prabhu.
second line of the translation,
Yes, Prabhu.
it reads as the living entity who is the seer of both the eyes and the sight. Could you please touch upon the meaning of the seer of eyes and sight? What's the meaning of that?
The Prabhu's question is the living entity who is the seer of both the eyes and the sight. This means the eyes and the sight, that means the seeing process and the eyes and the living entity, that's different. This means that. You understand? The living entity, eyes and the seeing process and the object, everything is different, right? Everything is different. It's not that everything is same. Living entity is actually living entity is the seer. But when living entity doesn't know his constitutional position, he thinks that he thinks in terms of body, and at that time he is not the seer. But really, constitutionally, he is the seer.
Understanding. Seer means having the capability to understand. Is that what the word seer means?
That capability to understand. Yes, probably the living entity can understand that, but when he is in his constitutional position, when he understands that he is the eternal servant of Krishna. But when living entity is in bodily platform, like he forgets, but actually, but constitutionally, he is different from the eyes, he is different from the sight, and the object of seeing also. Everything is different. And when someone thinks that uh, living entity is same, eyes are same, object is same, and the sight is same, that's Mahabharata. Everything is same, that things, that's Mahabharata. But the living entity is different from that. Seeing process, eyes, and the object of seeing, everything is different.
And also the
Yes.
last line, Prabhu, of the translation, it reads as, when one begins to view the physical body as one's very self, that is called birth.
Yes, Prabhu.
The question is, what is it called when I start seeing my physical body different to the soul? What is that term called? Now the birth is actually defined here. When I start to see
Yes, Prabhu.
my physical body is different to the soul, what is that process called? The birth
Yeah.
is defined, the death is defined.
Yes, yes.
So what is that when I actually start seeing
Yeah.
physical body
So,
is actually different?
yeah, Prabhu's question is when living entity he starts to see his body, that is birth. Thinks his body, that's birth, huh? And what is that called? When he starts to see body different from himself. So the thing is like when living entity thinks his body, the living entity is never born, right? Najayate mriyate, hanyate anna hanyate hanyamare sharir, never born. But when he thinks I am this body, that is birth. That is his birth, the so-called birth. But when he thinks that I am not this body, I am different from this body, and I am the servant of Krishna, that is the self-realization. That's his actual position, constitutional position. That's self-realization.
So that's neither birth nor death.
Yeah, yeah,
One has no death.
yeah. We can say that is one. We can say that is mukti also. We can say that's mukti. But like real platform of the mukti is when we think that I am the servant of Krishna. I'm eternal servant of Krishna. That's the real platform. That's our real constitutional position.
Just one more thing.
Yes, bro.
Purport, Srila Prabhupada mentioned somewhere in the middle of the purport, he used the term ceases to perform his reactionary activities. Now we know that karma is
Yes, Prabhu.
Good karma, karma, vikarma, bad akarma, which is actually transcendental to both good and bad.
Yes, Prabhu.
So can we actually say that when one performs akarma, which is transcendental to both good and bad, can we say that that is actually the cessation point where one has got no reaction to the activities? Can we say that?
Yes, Prabhu, exactly. When living entity engages in the service of Krishna, that's the real karma. There is no reaction for that. Yes, Prabhu.
So for that means one need not actually, Prabhupada actually mentioned that when someone hits the death,
Mm-hmm.
that's the cessation of reactionary activities. But while we are alive, if we can actually perform akarma, then that means there is no reactionary activities, right?
Yes, Prabhu. We have to, we have to engage in bhakti. There is no reaction. But the thing is like, when the body hits, there is no reaction. Though these are the thought of the ignorant person. The person who is ignorant, they think that body finished, everything is finished. There is nothing else. This like, but factually there is reaction for him. But if you want to get out of the reaction, we have to engage in the service of Krishna. We have to engage in bhakti.
It's possible by performing akarma, we can stop seeing the reactionary activities.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, exactly. All good, Prabhu. Okay, Jai. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की, जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ भगवान की, जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
Thank you.